Fala galera, estamos começando mais um episódio da série Disco Elysium. Vamos lá. Episódio passado a gente...
The graffito has been painted over the traces of This was Cindy the Skull. The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flames...
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of. Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show. Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right? Fuck it. I'm a bad guy now. There's things more important than holding a grudge. It's okay. We are what we are. And you...
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics. In its purest form. Now, what can I do for you? Sure thing.
We've came here too.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun, truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force.
Sure, man.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Even I can see that. I told you not to, though I suppose you took the worst. What do you expect? Please up.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible. Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's not...
You didn't only get shot.
Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side.
Aye, aye, Captain.
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of...
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do. I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you?
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Ativo, pelo amor de Deus.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Something is wrong. Only static hisses, no reply. Only the
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the Union is listening in on our conversations and jamming out word code. It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on like nothing happened. That is, if we don't want us cut off the grid completely. No more dangerous than stepping between 3 armed mercenaries and 8 Union men, I hope. I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The streets seem safe enough to me. If anything, taking out the mercs made things calmer. For now. You can try calling again. Just don't mention the tribunal. And
they're shutting you up, silencing you. Everything sounds okay. No drumbeat of total war yet. If in the cabin you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes, I got the mercenary's name and a few...
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09. He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Clausia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminole conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol. It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So
It is. Thank you, Alice.
None, officer. Sorry.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have 57?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the...
This is Precinct 57. Right.
10-4, come in. Fire. 10-4, sir. Well, there's been some talk, sir. I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there are always some. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over. Roger that, 10...
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that...
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool. People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's gonna treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno.
Feels good for some reason.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk. Watch out, pig. Who knows?
I'll die before I squeal.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone.
On that island? That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. And we make a fire. We make a... Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or no.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war. But this could be important.
I don't know what those are. They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to...
Your nerve endings sting from them. They must mean a human being. On that island?
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like... Yes.
Because he doesn't want to be found.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes. No, he doesn't live there. No, he lives there. Been there twice, too. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometime.
Anything else?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Our father killed him. Don't say that, he didn't. I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
There's a...
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't...
Logic and reason won't work on this old bat. Better go for the grandmother card will do the trick. Last chance to turn back.
What do you mean? What's going to... I raised my own kids in this village and they are doing fine for themselves. No, they are good kids. I brought them up the right... No, they moved to Faubourg for work. Well, I imagine they'll grow up.
You've got her.
Then...
You have her. Wait. Let her come to it herself.
I don't believe the Fat Man's Youth Center is going to change anything. But what other choice do we have? I won't be around much longer anyway. Not with the dampness in my bones. If they want to take a chance, who am I to stop them? Did you say something?
Reluctantly, she takes the pen from your hand.
See that you didn't just get us all screwed. I might be half blind, but I have a good memory for treachery.
Let's go mail it.
Be careful out there. Sea's calm as death, but still.
Verdadeiro stares at you with respect.
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wild. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true Verdadeiro heart. Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out for the time. No, man. Not.
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad. I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live. I'm sure I'll be luckier than you, friend.
The skiff, once you get in, have you made... Remember what the net picker said? It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock...
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still. The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just snow quietly falling on the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work. A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree. The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. Snow falls on the water, melting away without even a whisper. A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow, a big building. Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. A flake of snow falls on an extinguished campfire. Hiss. A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world. You hear some kind of limb fidget, producing an imperceptible tick. No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you. You're concentrated on how.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Insulindians, it isn't militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM. It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch. But not you. You're thinking about politics, with blood dripping down your thigh.
This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign. No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
No, that's the uninhabited.
A DeLorean-era symbol of...
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly, most are soft covers. Serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Soft covers, serialized fantastique, and oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Ooh, yeah. I agree. Humanitarian sciences. It stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him. Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
Well, yes.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of...
Interesting. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under...
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead. Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later...
You don't have to be. Soft covers. An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder, and the recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before...
That should do it. Downstairs, somewhere?
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for... Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel. A frequency...
The console of an antique computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here. I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you. I don't know. A strange feeling looking at the water.
maybe you should just wander off into the... There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use, brand name, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Diamatiri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
The smoker is a clean person. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside. Keeps it tidy. Prefers to come out here to smoke.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window, quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments, Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags, Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10, the doomed commercial area. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop, sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
He looks north, over the fortification, then at the mattress.
Where?
He does not answer, just nods. He feels uncomfortable.
We should move now.
old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp.
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up.
The position?
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up. My eyesight? Yes.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
I did. And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. The boat engine. On the water. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done. It's a Triangong.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
The words, "I am an enemy commander," sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still.
And what rank would that be? A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand, still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs on the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood. Triangong, 4.46 millimeter.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily...
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does. The right type and the right calibre. I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches, some kind of involuntary response. Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is...
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the Army of the Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here, On May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideological.
51 minus 8 equals 4.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live, but I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't. He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects as patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting. For her to
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. Always. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession will lighten the load.
Yes, what? To get things going again? Fan the flame?
There is no flame to fan. There is nothing left of the world, of our dreams. I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men. It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky and it looked like it formed the clouds, storm clouds, when they started the combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night and the sound of airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Some kind of great terror, worse than you've ever seen.
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human. I had to fight it. I had to never stop. It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And the congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out, Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone. Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow? Iblis. The black-eyed angel. How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight.
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns. I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno? No wonder. All your minds are rotting from the radio waves. I watched the traitors of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting. It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsoff, Corsi, and others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right? I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins,
You're with the RCM. A coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International. The enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, Le Parti Communiste. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing and sporting. No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army. Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology. He nods slowly, then another tremor.
No, you're not. You're a libera. All the real communists are dead. They died fighting for communism. Are you dead? No. You're an inert lumpen with a gun.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder.
The old man spits into the fire pit. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than...
There's nothing serious in this world. I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smelled.
Killing people.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay, this is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But this is what you live for. The great serotonin, Jack. The solution. Go in straight. No euphemisms. No. Be careful now. Slow and don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it. You're in.
Oh yes, that one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. The gun. The murder. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Stupid twat.
The lieutenant looks at you. Not this, he seems to say. Anything but this.
Matter does not behave in such a way. Those are aberrant bourgeois musings. Magic Earl creatures. Esoteric theosophy. It's all crypto. Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he... Yeah, this just it. But still, somehow you knew it was a communist. Perhaps you suspected it before. The vision was you remembering that. Was it supposed to? The inland sea is dark, vast.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your musketeer. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these...
Damn, he saw you. He would have a good view of the tribunal from it. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Like fuck you did. I watched it happen. You let those beasts rip. None of those people mean anything to you. The vultures feed.
You're getting diverted. Push the gun.
So you watched the fight. Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing. You
don't know anything.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? .46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this, when you have the murder weapon.
Murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white. So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. Clausia. With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to invest.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling. While the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her. Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it, anyway. My lad. And...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is. You can coax it out of him.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle?
A rifle scope has the best mag.
Helps him see all the...
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a... Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in on her galley. Her honor guard came in tow.
Joyce. He means Joyce.
wrinkled up whore. They moved into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Radio equipment out for all to see. Reactionary radio playing. I've seen their kind during the landing. Those Occidental and masked phalangs weren't conscripts. Boys like us. They were whites. All the herding the strike breakers like that. I kept an eye on them. Them fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself, drugged, and I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But
he wants to see her covered, to punish her.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her. Her passport and tickets to Villiers.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth.
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well,
Sloppy, we should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, I mean... I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up...
You could tell she was a spook? From the doc...
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois.
The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur. I have my ways. Not in this lifetime, Dwap.
This one's gone. Makeup, son. You lost it. You're a bad detective. Lazy and bad. No, it's not. Fix this now. Move.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
The old man raises his gaze. Something glimmers in...
There's nothing to hold on to.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something. No. I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, the day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore. Maybe, I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang.
If you came 10 years ago,
In the silence, The lieutenant, one more down.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you. That's it. Motive.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days. Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof.
Across the water, on a dilapidated jetty in a nameless village, made of grey cinder block houses with Eternite roofs, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of... He's there, doing what exactly I don't know. Satellite Officer Vicmair points at the ruins. Special Consultant Heidelstein is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification in the rain, like a rotten tooth.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done? You could get more out of him. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
A tragic comedy.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all... Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III. A syphilitic, not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class. Intense, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old... We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the union's top brass.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin.
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar. They must have met in person for such animosity to have developed.
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martin.
Of course. Maybe the Clears don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
I haven't approached anyone.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitude. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar...
Again? What have you...
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something.
Horse. Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A patank maniac race traitor. I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them that one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think. No, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cockren better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him. Haven't seen him around lately. Strutting around. Must be down with arthritis.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
No. I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Fuck you. And I blew them all. What does it matter now? You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die.
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together. The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
Hey,
He acknowledges it. Here we go.
that bourgeois cow, Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen her, and money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
She was, and she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muscova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to... Called in, they say, on the eve of battle. Ran away, vanished like a piss stain.
No.
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is, the bend in the river.
Because she was dead? Because the cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal, grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the... Someone did. Or maybe the cow just fell. The past is blurry.
Another big spike of rage.
Nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the... If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Goat shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
There is plenty here to work with once he's in custody, and the lieutenant knows it. He gives you a little nod to proceed.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls.
Glad we talked about what?
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are loose.
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week. Do you?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beats off.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Like you thought you heard something. But
maybe we could all fit in there. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland, while the others...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking...
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
Actually, no. This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is...
No, listen. Listen now.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
This world? What are you talking about? Is this...
The wind is cold. Your skin is crawling suddenly. A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster, but you don't have it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can, but that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long.
Be very, very careful. Yes?
What is it? What do you want from me?
Something is very wrong with him now. Nothing. Nothing. There is nothing. Only the reeds for him. The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman. The segmented antennae move with apprehension. Take long, deep breaths. Slow down your pulse. Don't move yet. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it up.
No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid. With the sound of metal sliding against metal, the lieutenant reveals you see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. The motions are quick.
The ampoule will produce a loud hiss. You're right. It could scare it away. I need a better moment when it's not...
I'll wait. I'm on standby, he thinks. His hands sweating. The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air. Slowly, slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the...
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen.
I got it.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold. It is surprisingly delicate. The curly end of the whisker looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. Warning! A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature, some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like praying to you. The reed creature does not stop its stridulations. It towers above you, parting the reeds. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god. As you back off, the phasmid also takes a step back into the reeds. Something tells you the next time you engage and disengage, the arthropod follows you with its antennae. As you back off, the cracks and hisses of the tape that's come to
Yes?
What is it?
Hissing and clicking, the arthropod extends its no reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what you were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. The faintest smell like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Careful, it may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticate, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Then I will tell you what it's like for me. Fire? Where? I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a wine palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist, shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. Oh, I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never burn. Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation, even when you're sleeping. And when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you. That must be incredibly hard. The arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, and when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your past.
In honor of your will, Lieutenant Euphrator, that you kept from falling apart in the face of shit. Detective, arriving.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect? He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him. No, you are awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This, not even the birds know that. Not even the water lilies. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read.
Wait, so...
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as...
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the Suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Semenese islanders who I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Mart. Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and we suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget? No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation. So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes.
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case? I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class. She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles and something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone. Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only... I've never seen... Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need...
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go. See.
Mr. Drost?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hand...
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem.
The trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress.
There's much more. Remember what it's... Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick in... The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse. He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse. He does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall. You mean pheromonal? The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Oranje? I see what you mean. You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you? A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir nothing. Just dull staring. Not the last embers have gone out.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would pull it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it...
I lost...
He turns his eyes to the reeds again.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made...
Silence. Not even a sigh. The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is... The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet, but for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Bothered by it. Harry, you look like you need a... Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that. That's right. And you're bleeding.
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I believe we've met on...
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein, Patrol Officer Judith...
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where
The scene is making even him feel as though he had...
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never...
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact...
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid? Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die. Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking Heidelstein, and Guillaume baby.
I'm technically just...
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry.
The 41st isn't...
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, you're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire. I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trent?
The line is from Lou Giatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism that...
Don't encourage him, Trent.
Okay.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and...
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Had what coming? Not recognizing people you work with every day. Brain damage.
Yes, I'm Tran Heilerstam. I never said I wasn't Tran Heilerstam. Again, I was asked to share my take on some of the more French academic theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. For example, partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money.
As displayed in a station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry...
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he...
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Wigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders.
The two cases in your ledger. The unsolved, those cases were...
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained. Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it, hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the party? Or do we need to get him on the...
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put...
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge... Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural stakes, not achievements.
Yeah, I checked the local pawn shop. You saw the pawnbroker Revillier 9mm pistol. To pay, it worked too, didn't it? You're drunk right now, aren't you? You fucking bum, I can smell it all the way over here. A little drink? You smell like a corpse. I'm downwind and you let a suspect escape, Harry. Glacier something. Because you were too drunk.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped, or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him. On this case. On Lieutenant Yefretard.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
The man sighed.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again,
You should yell something. Yes, let's let...
Others still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. But he is vocal about both of them. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the... He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched, and he solved it. Near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the island right now, he apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution. Who's probably committed other murder.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers. You hear gasps beneath the hat.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective? The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia.
So it is...
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen some... Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This...
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Female?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female.
Incredible.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far... Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its...
It could maybe roll it, like a dung beetle.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Then it wouldn't matter if it's male or female.
That makes sense.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at...
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Yes. That would be a pheromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates... There are species of bees that, under the influence of pheromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. Ants do the same with aphids.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Yes, but also red colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from...
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species.
This would really help with some of the...
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know...
Without it...
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding...
A strange psychosexual fixation. Aggravated, possibly, by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political... Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head. And two...
It's a clean win.
Get over yourself. You're not a perfectionist. You're a cop and you did a good job. And none of this can hide the smell of booze on the wind.
God damn it. It is bad. Chin up. Keep focusing on the positives here.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Everard and Edgar Clare have...
And eyes, too.
You understood.
But a case against Everard would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political news.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not...
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment it seemed like you were just...
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church. That's great. Entrepreneurship is a great new career for you, after police officer.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject, now.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species, and so I have to.
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with...
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let...
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate. Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I
would fit in. And crazy enough, this truly came as a surprise to him.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be...
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Who is...
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off...
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasimid. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver.
She is going to be... Watch out, or she'll faint.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horror. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow?
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back?